Hi everybody, I'm Rose, and this is Mama Rosie's Corner. I know I'm doing this one a little bit early this week, but I'm having a rough day, and the subject matter this week was concerning how I cope with having chronic pain and trying to work my way through this journey. Because I think it's relevant. I think many people deal with issues with chronic pain of various forms, everything from arthritis to chronic diseases that cause pain, to disorders like fibromyalgia like I have. And it's relevant because if it affects us not just physically, but it affects us mentally. It affects us on an emotional level. And so mind, body, and spirit are all disturbed by having chronic pain. Today I'm living with a toothache. I don't have medical coverage, and I don't have dental insurance. I mean, we won't discuss the fact that I'm petrified of dentists, so that does not help my cause at all. But if I had the money right now, it's so bad I would go. I can't afford it. So many times, even though I'm dealing with an issue that might have a solution, if the solution requires money, I can't always do something about it. It's annoying, but it's the reality of my life. Some days it is very difficult to try and not eat for emotional reasons. Coincidentally, we just talked about this at Weight Watchers. And so it does affect everything. It affects my mood. It affects what I'm eating that day because, for example, today, the toothache is pretty bad. And I'm having to take a great deal of ibuprofen just to cope with the pain. And of course, to do that, I have to keep my stomach coated or I start feeling nauseous. Not that it's working. I've taken 6 of them today and I'm already nauseous. So I'm not sure eating is, I guess it's lessening it, but it's not taking it away completely. I'm having a very frustrating day, and I thought about waiting to do the video for you on Monday the way I usually do. But because I am having a high pain day, I think it's important that you see what it does to me and that you see the condition I'm in and that you understand that it's something every day. This is what I live with every day of my life. There is not a day that I wake up that I'm not in pain. There is not a day that I wake up that I'm not, affected by my pain. For example, it affects my balance. I have high blood pressure, and being in pain keeps my high blood pressure higher than normally high, if that makes sense. So I take medication, but if I'm having high pain days, even with the medication, it runs high. So there's that. And I mean, a score of other things that I live with that I often feel like all I do is complain about them. All I do is exist with them. I give you guys this perception of being all together with everything I talk about, and it's just not true. Every day of my life I have to deal with the chronic pain thing, and so it affects everything else. Whether I'm having a good day with my diet or a bad day with my diet, whether or not I'm capable of getting up and walking that day, whether or not I am in a good enough state of mind to distract myself with something so I can cope with the pain. And of course, depending on where the pain is, whether or not I can get out of bed that day. I know that there are many of you that deal with the same thing. And so I needed to put it out there. I needed to see it. I needed for you to see it for real and understand that I get it. I know what you're going through. I understand the pain. I understand the daily struggle. I understand the daily worry. I understand not knowing from moment to moment what you're going to do about it. Hang in there. I wish I had better words. Some days are easier to cope with than others. When it's pain in my head, I can't distract myself from it. When it's the rest of my body, I find ways. But things like tooth pain, ear pain, sinus pain, anything in the head, I find it much more difficult to remove myself from it. So today's a rough one. And I guess I needed you to see it for real. I guess it's really important for me, for you guys to understand that this is it, man. It gets no more real than this. I can't fake my way through this because this is my life. And I know so many of you struggle with the same thing. So my best message to you is never give up. There's going to be bad days. There's going to be days worse than bad. But you have to muddle through. You have to push. Push ahead. Always push ahead. Always think that tomorrow is going to be a better day and you'll find a way to cope. Today sucks. I am having a horrible day. But tomorrow will be a better day. I have to believe that, or I don't get through this journey and I end up back at square one. If I let this defeat me, then anything can defeat me. So stay strong. I know the struggle is real. I know that you all have your different ways to cope with your pain, and I know you all have different types of pain. Don't let it get to you. Find your ways to cope. Have your distractions. Go to your support groups. Don't deal with it alone, but don't let it take over your life, and don't let it defeat you. That's my message for the day, folks. May tomorrow be a better day. Have a good one. This is Rose, and this is Mama Rosie's Corner. Bye now.